12 spooky facts about ghosts. 1. The United States is the most haunted country in the world. According to a study by Premier Tours, the United States is the most haunted place in the world, followed by the United Kingdom. This is based on the number of reported ghost and UFO sightings and haunted historic places. The US achieved an overall score of 32 out of 40, while the UK came in second place with a score of 28. If there is one place you should visit if you want to experience all things spooky, Salem in Massachusetts is it. It's home to some of the most famous sites in the US, including the Witch House, Old Burying Point, and the House of the Seven Gables. 2. The first Queen of England is Bloody Mary. There are many superstitions about mirrors, but legend has it that if you say Bloody Mary 3 times in the mirror, she will appear and tell you your future. Even though she is simply a fortune-telling spirit in some cultures, in others, she is an evil entity. Mary I of England became known as Bloody Mary because how she was responsible for brutally burning hundreds of Protestant heretics at the stake. She is also responsible for executing Lady Jane Grey, which brought her short 9-day reign as queen to an abrupt end. Lady Jane Grey is still said to wander the battlements to this day. 3. Romans believed you could use ghosts for revenge. For many years, the Romans believed that you could get a ghost to enact revenge on your enemies by scratching a curse into a stone tablet. The curse needed to include your enemy's name and should describe how you wanted them to be tormented. You would then place the stone on a grave or burial site to encourage the deceased to carry out the curse. 4. Abraham Lincoln still haunts the White House. Since Abraham Lincoln was assassinated in 1865, he has been seen wandering the halls of the White House. However, it doesn't end there. He is also often seen at his former residences in Springfield, Illinois, including his former law office. The Lincoln bedroom and the Yellow Oval Room on the second floor of the White House are said to be the most active. Even the dogs who reside in this famous building are said to react to Lincoln's spirit. 5. Ghosts are more active at night for a reason. Have you ever wondered why ghost hunters conduct their investigations at night, or why the worst scenes from ghost movies take place in the dark? Most of the ghost sightings you've seen or heard about take place at night because there are fewer electronic disturbances. At night, appliances are usually turned off and lights aren't producing energy, making ghosts more powerful. 6. Ghosts have different motives. Sigmund Freud once described ghosts as a projection of mental entities into the external world. However, today we know that a ghost is a dead person who once walked the earth. So, it only makes sense that they have their own motives based on their experiences. A ghost's motives are specific to their needs. Some spirits simply want to be acknowledged. Others will encourage you to take action to help them move on. Certain entities and ghosts intend to cause harm, which is when you have disturbing paranormal experiences. Other ghosts are just happy to haunt a building or home. 7. The first ghost story dates back to 1500 BCE. A small clay tablet, which can fit into the palm of your hand, is said to depict one of the first ghost stories. The story on the tablet is about an exorcism from Babylon in 1500 BCE. The odd thing about this tablet is that you can only see the imagery and text when you look at it from above under a light. This ancient tablet is currently held in the collections of the British Museum, but has never been exhibited. The last text line on the tablet urges the viewer to not look behind you. 8. Some ghosts are living in a permanent nightmare. There are ghosts out there who don't realize they have died, which means they're permanently confused about where they are and can't understand why people cannot see them. These are the entities who will often become frustrated and start finding ways to move things around in an effort to be acknowledged. They will also do this out of boredom. 9. Not all hauntings are intelligent. There are 2 types of hauntings, intelligent and residual. A residual haunting is often linked to a traumatic event or death, which a ghost lives through over and over again. They're generally not even aware of their surroundings at all. With a residual haunting, a ghost won't try to interact with you. Instead, it will be like reliving a nightmare, not knowing how to move on. 10. Ghosts retain the emotions they had as humans. One of the reasons why it's possible to have different experiences with ghosts is because they retain the same emotions they were experiencing right before they died. If they died peacefully, they would often come across as such. However, if they die painfully or suddenly, they tend to come across as distraught, angry, and confused, which is when poltergeist activity might occur. 11. Einstein believed ghosts were real. One of the smartest, most logical men in the world believed that ghosts were real. As a scientist, he understood that energy is constant and cannot be destroyed. He also knew that it was possible for energy to transform, which is how he believed ghosts were able to manifest. 12. Ghosts never sleep. Ghosts are energy, which means there's no need for them to sleep. Even though you're mostly likely to only see them at night, this doesn't mean they're not around during daylight hours. Their energy can be weaker during the daytime due to electronic interference, but you could still have paranormal experiences.